Alright, welcome back. If you watched the last episode, why are you still here? How'd you survive that? But, if you're still here, congratulations, you made it to me talking about more shit. No, I'm kidding. Unless I think of something that I'm not kidding. Oh wow, a zero Bambi. That's a powerful Bambi.
This one or this one, Chris? Top left or bottom left?
Top left!
Top left! Top right or bottom left?
Go with that one. The one you're on. Genie. Hell yeah. So many genies. Under the sea. Man, I'm so happy the song loops forever on each world. It makes them not at all get stuck in your head.
Under the sea.
Why is there not a small world level yet, where it just gets it's a small world trap in your head for your entire life? Just your whole fucking life. You know, you ever play Epic Mickey?
I have not.
I haven't either, but I seen a lot of it, and I was like, people that were talking about, and they were like, the original version of the It's a Small World boss fight, they were apparently not just going to have the creepy version of the music, but they were also going to have the lyrics of the song over the creepy music sung by an orchestra of creepy-ass kids. And they, like, some guy recreated how it was going to sound, and I'm just like, holy shit, this is fucking nightmare fuel. Why did this not make it into this children's game?
Because it's a small world after all.
It's, like, absolutely disturbing sounding. It's a tiny, tiny world.
It's a tiny, tiny world.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you to shut it before we actually start singing it, because I hate that song. I swear to God, if it gets stuck in my head. I think my favorite thing about the It's a Small World ride, though, is have you ever been on it actually?
I don't think so.
If you ever look at it, it looks super fucking deep. Like, it looks like outside the boat is, like, a fucking huge drop to the bottom of, like, nothing. Because the water in there, it's not black, but it's pretty much black.
It's
like,
dark
you can't
water.
see through it at all. Yeah, it's, like, super dark water.
That's
You
actually
can't see
terrifying.
through it at all. And it looks fucking terrifying. And, like... But it's funny, because I've seen the ride break down to the point where they needed to, like, escort people off the boat on, like, foot through the water. Not even up to your, like, ankle deep. It's super fucking shallow. I'm like, holy shit.
So they use the lighting trick, basically.
Yeah, like, they use,
probably
like, super
spray
dark
paint the floor.
Yeah, black.
Black?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's how they got it to look so deep.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm like, it's so weird to me because it looks... super deep. It looks like if you fell in, you would be, like, underwater. But it's, like, barely an inch high, I guess, the water in that fucking ride. And I'm like, that's insane. I'm like, holy shit.
That's actually kind of terrifying.
Disney is the weirdest place on... It's funny, because they're like, Disney is the happiest place on Earth. I want to change it to Disneyland is the weirdest place on Earth. Because they use so much visual trickery in that park.
Yeah.
That, like, most of what you're seeing is not only not true, it's a straight-up lie. And it's super weird. I dig it, though. They got some cool ideas in that park.
They do.
Now, if only they could bring the prices down to, I don't know, affordable to anyone who's not a fucking millionaire, that'd be great.
That's the only clientele they want there, Chris.
Oh, dude,
but they
honestly,
want you to give them your money anyway.
Do you want to know what's the worst part about that? Not only is that statement you just made actually kind of true, because they want the peak amount of money, and who's better than rich people to get that from? A lot of the guests to that park are like, yeah, fuck poor people. I hate them. They shouldn't be allowed to come to my Disneyland anyways. And I'm like, wow, even your clientele are fucking pristine assholes, Disney. Good job. Like, you're a more likable company by the day.
They are. They are such a good company.
There's, like, tons of forums, man, of, like, people just being like, they raised the prices of the park again, and then instead of people being like, well, that sucks, there's just, like, rich assholes being like, Good, that will keep the riffraff out. And I'm just like, wow, you fucking elite bitch. I hope your house burns to the ground, you fucking assholes. Like, I don't have anything against people who are rich. But when you're a snooty rich person, I hope your life falls apart. Like, you deserve it, because you're an asshole.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, PewDiePie... I don't want bad things to happen to PewDiePie, because even though he's a fucking multi-millionaire at this point, at least he's still a nice dude on a regular basis.
No, he's enough.
And down to earth. Fucking, like... People like fucking the owner of Amazon, though? Like, fuck that dude. That dude's a fucking asshole.
What do you mean? He pays his employees very well.
You know what's the worst part? He does pay his employees very well, compared to everywhere else. It's just, your working conditions are fucking horrible.
Huh.
And you have to gauge, is it worth the pay for these horrible working conditions, unsafe situations, and the fact that I have to work myself to death? Or is it not? And they don't have a union, so
no, and they can't unionize.
Good luck. Anyone can unionize, Derek. As long as you put your mind to it and you do it quickly, swiftly, and quietly. That's the trick.
That was too true.
Anyone can. It's just hard. Because most of it is they catch wind of it, and then they'll do everything in their power to stop it. That might mean firing you for various reasons, or fucking giving the people running for it a bonus so they stay happy and shut the fuck up. And so the trick is you have to do it fast, you have to get a lot of members, you have to do it quickly, and you have to do it quietly. You have to only include people that you know aren't gonna snitch.
Because snitches get stitches.
Because big companies like that, something people are probably unaware of, is that these big companies plant people to try and convince people to, like, be part of the fucking union. When they think a union is building up, they'll plant employees to be, like, fake, like, yeah, let's do a union to figure out who's running in charge, to get them in trouble and or fired or suspended or whatever they need to get rid of them to break up the union before it really gets going.
Companies aren't that evil.
No, of course not. That's a complete myth. No one ever does that. What do you think? These companies have millions of dollars riding on the fact that there won't be a union? No, they wouldn't pay someone an absurd amount of money to ruin other people's lives. That's insane. Never.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. What are you, some sort of conspiracy theorist asshole? Fuck you.
Too real.
Which, granted, I'm not a huge fan of unions. Just to have unions, you know what I mean?
I get that.
There are certain places where, like, a union would actually be more detrimental. Would be more temperamental? Detrimental, yeah. Would be more
damaging.
That's what I'm going for. It would be more damaging to have a union than to not have the union. But that's like smaller companies.
Yeah, like if you have like 10 people.
Yeah, like that's not going to help you. Because there's a lot of, that's actually been happening recently. A lot of the like journalist websites and stuff have been like pushing to have unions for the writing staff for their articles. Which I get because they're not paid super well. But they're not paid that bad either for the fact that all you have to do is write like a page worth of shit and post it on the internet. It's like, how much do you really deserve to be paid, let's be honest. But, I'm just gonna be honest on that. Like, come on. Like, you type out a page of work and then you post it and that's like your whole day. And you're getting paid like $20 an hour to do that. You don't need a union. You're kind of being paid absurdly well for what you're doing. I was listening to somebody
from like a BuzzFeed thing. They were like, yeah, BuzzFeed is like garbage shit.
Oh, absolutely. Because they don't actually research anything. They just read articles on the news and then write their own article based off of those articles. Journalism is dead. Anyways, and it has been for a while. But, wow, everything seems like it's going... It's like... People hate Gamergate, and it's like, where'd you get that news source? From Kotaku. Where did Kotaku get their information from? From BuzzFeed. Where the fuck did BuzzFeed get it from? from Polygon. But Polygon run the last article I was curious about.
So
why are they circle jerking? Anyways,
switching topics to something actually kind of cool. The Star Wars Squadron game came out. It's pretty damn cool.
Thanks.
From what I've seen, it actually feels like you're in a fucking cockpit of an X-wing.
Wow, they had a game before that did that too.
Yep. It's like they
it's
say
called
it's like
Rogue Squadron.
They say it's like it feels like a sequel to it.
I get that.
I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm glad because EA didn't fuck it up this time.
Yeah, that's right. I was like, who's making it? Was it EA?
EA.
Well, I mean, EA
has
can't
the
fuck it up because Disney was already threatened they'd take the rights away from them if they fucked up another game.
Whoa, are you saying Battlefront 2 wasn't the best game ever made?
No, I'm saying Disney had to literally tell them, fix it or we're taking the license from you. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's just one of those days for me, I guess, guys. Bear with me.
That was so genuine, like, no, fuck it, I'm not having this fake argument. Oh, fuck.
It's one of those days. But, oh yeah, but what I was gonna finish on the Union thing is, I forget what, I think it was BuzzFeed. It was either BuzzFeed or Polygon, but they, like, actually got a union together, and then they fired half their staff to afford the union. Because when you put a union... See, that's the problem with unions that people don't get. Because union seems like a good... Well, when you make a union, the company money has to go into that union to pay more employees more, right? Because that's why you make the union, so you can get paid more and have more benefits. Which is great for you if you're not one of the people who is fired as soon as the union starts, because they don't have the money to pay as many employees now, so they go, alright, we fire half the employees, now all the employees that are still here get double their salary. Worked out great for half of you, and now the other half of you are unemployed, good luck. And it's like, that's not great.
That's not great.
So, and that's normally what happens with unions, unless it's like a really big company. What mostly happens with unions is, that has like a ton of money flowing in, what normally happens is, people get more money, but half the staff gets laid off, and then you're forced to do double the work for double the pay. And then it's like, was it really worth it, guys? No. Was it? No, I didn't think so. But, you know, that just depends. Like, Walmart should have a fucking union.
They don't.
They don't, but they should. Fucking Amazon should have a fucking union. They don't, but they should.
Goofy!
BuzzFeed should not have a fucking union. You gotta handle that stuff on a case-by-case basis.
Yeah.
Can't just blanket the statement, you know. Sometimes when you use, like, a blanket statement, and then it doesn't apply to everyone, and then will, like, make things worse. I know it's kind of a weird concept to wrap your head around nowadays, but, like, sometimes doing a blanket solution for a problem doesn't actually fix the problem. Like, you know, if there was, like, a fire pit, and they were like, how do we get rid of this fire? And I'm like, well, we'll just cover it up with a blanket, and then we won't see it. And then the blanket lights on fire, and you're like, man, that didn't really work the way I thought it would. And that's kind of just how it goes sometimes. Is this another Chris is Too Real episode? This might be a Chris is Too Real episode.
Yeah, I think we need to stop.
Alright. Let's talk more about anime titties. That's more fun anyways.
Yeah, it's going in.
Unfortunately, there is not a lot of anime shit going on right now. Have you noticed that? It's been like a drought of anime content.
That's because the zombie apocalypse.
Like, yeah, I guess you're right. Man, the zombie apocalypse really fucked everything, didn't it?
Oh, without a doubt.
Even basic fun, just dead. They just got like a sequel or another season to that Rem one. You know, the one with the blue girl that at the end he's like, no, I want to date Ram, the pink one. And then people were all upset about it.
Yes!
You know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
I think so?
It's the one with Subaru, and he's got Rem and Ram, and they're twins, and one has pink hair, emo bang, and the other one has blue hair, emo bang, but it's the opposite side.
Yes.
They, like, hunt demons or some shit. I've never actually watched the show, I'm just describing it based off of what I've seen from memes.
I know what you're talking about.
But people were like really into that show when it came out, and it fell into that category most anime falls into, which the only thing people talk about is the waifu, so it's probably bad. And then I didn't watch it. But people were really into it, and it just got another season, and I guess...
Was that Monster thing? No. Was it Monster Hunter? I don't remember.
It's not Monster Hunter, I know that. That's a video game.
They're making a fucking movie.
Yeah, I heard about that. By the way, they're also announced they're making a Hollywood movie for Yakuza. Which is either gonna be amazing... Yeah, I'm like, which is either gonna be amazing or fucking terrible.
I'm skeptical. Because I want Yakuza... If we get a Yakuza movie, it's gotta be perfect.
So from what I get, Hollywood is making it. Like, American Hollywood, not like Japanese movie industry Hollywood.
Okay, I'm done.
So I'm like, it's probably gonna suck.
I'm not a fan already.
I'm like, it's probably gonna really blow ass. Deep freeze.
Deep freeze!
Wow, that didn't hit anyone.
No, it didn't.
Anyways, but yeah, fucking, that show got another season, and I guess it's just as fucking thirsty as the last. Was all I was getting from all the memes people were posting from it, because there's like, I guess there's a part where Subaru's drinking tea or something, and she's just like, this new girl, not one of Rem or Ram, she's like, that tea is, she's like, that's made with my body fluid, and he just downs it and is like, more please.
Hey.
That show is fucking way too thirsty for me, thank you. I'm gonna take a quick...
quick cold shower.
Quick cold shower and get the fuck out of here. But it was funny, because I guess some guy was explaining... I'm only from memes, but I guess some dude is like... I guess he has the ability now where he can kill himself and he'll just be reborn, but like back a day or something before events take place.
I know the exact show we're talking about now.
Yeah.
It took me a while to get there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, I know Derek has heard of this. Derek is more of an anime connoisseur than I am. Like, there's no way he doesn't know this, because it's everywhere. So I guess he has the ability to kill himself and he comes back, right?
Yeah, I was never like, I saw like an episode or two and I was like, it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah. So, like, I guess he explains that he has, like, a virgin fetish in the show, the main protagonist Subaru guy. And this dude was, like, the greatest meme joke I ever saw was just like, so what you're telling me is that Subaru has a virgin fetish, so what he can do is fuck blank girl who's a virgin and then kill himself, and then continuously keep fucking the same virgin girl over and over and over again, as so-and-so watches him do so. And I'm just like... That's fucking brilliant.
Got dark, but I'm with you.
Yeah, I get. I just like the image, the follow-up image was just like this person like mildly annoyed at this point. It's like, and it was like blank character after watching Subaru kill himself to fuck the same girl for the 5,000th time.
Oh, that's good shit.
Oh, man. So, yeah, I can't wait to see all the fucking memes that are gonna come out of that this season, because, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. And I don't think there was fucking any... Oh, there's, is it Undying? Shit. There was a manga, Derek. I read it, like, 6 months ago, and I meant to bring it up with you, and I totally forgot until this point. Well, I didn't forget, but I was always like, I don't really have the time to talk. Yeah, I don't have the great time to talk about this. But there's this manga that I'm reading called, I think it's called Undying.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Something like that. It's this dude who has the ability where he cannot die. Like, no matter what, nothing will kill him.
Yes.
And she has the power where she's just the most unlucky human being on the planet.
I know the exact comic we're talking about.
Oh my god, isn't it amazing?
It is great.
It is the fucking... I literally started reading it because I was just like, so what you're telling me is it's a show about a main character who wants to die. Sounds right up my alley. And
there's,
gonna have to read this.
I guess, why am I blanking on his name?
I don't know.
The guy who plays John Wick, who plays Neo in Matrix.
Shit. I know exactly who you're talking about. What is his name? Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
There we go.
Keanu Reeves is making his own comic.
Yes. Well, he's not making it. He has a team of people making
producing
it. But they're,
or whatever.
Yeah, they're like... He's producing and he's licensing out his rights to the company that's making it. But yes.
But I'm game.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm so game.
Mostly because Keanu Reeves.
There was a bunch of...
Also, I don't know if you've seen the premise of of his comic. It sounds pretty cool. It's like a Viking who
really?
has been around so long and has fought in like all these different wars, and it's like an ultra badass.
Nice.
I'm like, I don't care if this is boring as fuck. I want to read this.
A lot of the... It had some backlash, I guess, because the comic book people on Patreon who like were trying to fund their books were all upset because his book was making more money than their books.
Aw, boo-hoo.
And I'm just like, yeah, that's kind of how life works. Get over it. It's like the equivalent of me being like, man, I'm really upset that Markiplier gets more views than me. It's like, yeah, no shit, dude. He's already established.
That's like, I have something on Kickstarter that I backed, and they're like 200,000 away from their next stretch goal, which is adding like another entire huge group of things.
Yeah.
It might not reach it, which I'm like, oh, that stinks. But at the same time, it is what it is.
It's like they're just mad that their comics aren't getting funded and the celebrity's comic is getting funded, and I'm just like, yeah, that's the power of being a celebrity.
I mean, having fucking notoriety.
Yeah, I mean, what do you expect was gonna happen? Like,
I mean, he's fucking like, Keanu Reeves.
It's like, come on, man.
They literally brought him into Cyberpunk 2077.
2077?
Because, you know, Keanu Reeves sells.
Yeah, he does. I cannot fucking wait for that game to come out. I'm so fucking hyped for that game. You have no idea.
Do you want to play it on the show?
I don't know if it's gonna be a good game to play on the show, because it's gonna be like Deus Ex, where it's like a real combat steaky stealth game, but with like a lot of RPG elements and a lot of dialogue heavy cutscenes and stuff. So I'm like, I don't know if it'd be great for the show. We might play it anyways. Yeah, it's like we might play it anyways, just because I'm super game to play it. I've been dying for it since it came. I've been dying for it since the first announcement trailer in like I think it was like 2015 or 2016.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Was the first fucking trailer, and it fucking announced it, and at the end of the trailer, all it said was, "Coming when it's done."
I love that!
Like, and I was like, hell fucking yeah.
It's actually based on a tabletop RPG. Did you know that?
I did. Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know that Keanu Reeves' character in the new game is based off of one of the characters from the tabletop games? Johnny Silverhand?
No, I didn't, but that's
because he has a robot arm that's silver.
Actually great.
Yeah. So yeah, so for anyone who's curious who Keanu Reeves is playing in that game, he's playing Johnny Silverhand.
Actually great.
I'm a huge Cyberpunk fan for someone who doesn't play tabletop games at all.
I think you like the setting. And
no, I love the setting. I love the Cyberpunk style and setting and look. That's why I'm so down for it. That's why I was so down for Deus Ex when they announced Deus Ex. I was like, hell yeah.
So I don't know if I've mentioned this to you before. There's a game, it just came out recently. It's called Iron Harvest.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of like steampunk mechs, it's diesel themed things. Like,
yeah, it's steampunk style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's set in like an alternate World War II, and I've played a lot of it so far, and I'm like, this is a cool ass game.
Hell yeah. I saw something similar in concept that I don't think it's the same game, because it was like a turn-based RPG for like kind of like Fire Emblem, if you remember. And it was like a Steam-based like Revolutionary War though, and that was a really cool game for a little while. I played the demo of it and was like, I might pick this up, and then never did, because I never get around to stuff like that. It's like. But yeah, so that's kind of my whole thing, is you can just kind of slap a cyberpunk style onto anything and you'll kind of just make me want to play it.
I get that.
It could be like a Hoffle and I'd still be like, yeah, but like it looks really fucking dope.
Oh, yeah.
Well, like most of my favorite stuff is cyberpunk related. Deus Ex, Ghost in the Shell.
Cutscene, right?
No, we're gonna have to cut it. But yeah, like cyberpunk, Deus Ex, fucking Ghost in the Shell, fucking. All shit I love. Fucking.
You like it like it's. We're probably gonna go over because we're talking about cool shit that we like.
Yeah.
But like the premise of things becoming dystopian, you like that idea.
Well, I like it because
It's
unlike
true to life.
Star Wars or Star Trek, when they do future, they do like far future, where like everything's been solved and there's now a republic that's like there to protect the people and the times are prosperous
blah, blah.
and nice. I like close future because it's more realistic, where it's like, hey, it's been the close future, and now there's people that can have implants, but the implants can be used for crime, and also people are addicted to implants now because you need to take a drug to make them meld with your skin, and also everyone lives in a ghetto, and everything is too expensive
We
to
gotta
live.
watch Judge Dredd at some point,
Yeah.
Chris, because that shit's awesome.
Yeah, it's the same concept. It's just that it's that not so far future where, you know how everything's currently shit? What makes you think it's gonna get better in the future?
Yep.
Instead of the, now it's the future and our society is perfect because we've had so many years to perfect our craft of being a society, where I'm way more like, where I fall way more in the camp of like, no, adding more shit and more technology is just gonna erase new problems that need to be solved. It's not gonna fix all of our current problems just because we're in the future now. Like, the future's just gonna bring new problems, and that's why I like the cyberpunk style of storytelling, because cyberpunk is just like, yeah, it's the future and everyone can like implant their brains into a robot and live forever, but we still have terrorism, we still have gang wars, and now they're more dangerous than ever because they can't die because they can upload their consciousnesses into new robots. So what are you gonna do about it?
What you gonna do?
It's like, lock someone up in a prison cell, but then they escape from the prison because they upload their brain over the Wi-Fi signal of like a truck or something, and now they're inhabiting a new fucking body in another country and we have no idea where they went. And it's like, that's the shit I want to hear about the future, the new problems. Anyways,
Okay.
we've gone over, so we're gonna cut it there. We'll talk to you guys next time. We'll see you then. Peace.